So I have some really exciting sneak peeks to show you guys in today's video, and I'm going to be covering some things like messages from the developers that no one is really talking about in their videos. So hopefully I'm going to be talking about some of the things that you have never seen before that is obviously winter related for Dress to Impress. Now really quickly you guys, I am feeling a lot better. In case you guys didn't know, I was pretty sick a few days ago, and so the last like 3 or like 4 videos of mine were actually pre-recorded. I bet you guys didn't know that, but I am better now. So we're back to creating videos for you guys every single day. But getting straight into today's video, we actually had a new lobby. So Dress to Impress tweeted this on their social media, and basically they switched up the lobby because it was just too Halloweeny, if that's a word. Like honestly, it was just not the vibe at all. We're like in December right now, hello. So I'm so glad that they have basically added some frost in there and obviously some Christmas tree. They changed some things around. It looks a lot more appropriate for this season. Something I don't really see a lot of people bringing up in their videos is that some of the assets or like the Christmas trees and the decorations that you're seeing in this map will most likely be present in the actual Christmas update. So we're getting like a early tease of how some of the assets and just the overall aesthetic of the winter update is going to be, and like the map and everything. So that is something that I really wanted to point out. A little secret, again, I don't think a lot of people have mentioned this, but in the dressing rooms, if you look outside of the windows, you will see that we have some snow in there, and it's snowing a little bit too. So I noticed that not all windows are like built in a way where you can see the grass covered in snow, or like you cannot really see the snow actually falling. So I don't know if they did that on purpose or if they just decided to only selectively edit some windows to make it look like it's winter outside. I'm not quite sure, but if you go inside of the dressing rooms, whether it is in free play or just a regular Dress to Impress server, you will see it is snowing outside. It is kind of like getting us ready for the actual winter update, which is so exciting. So moving on to some of the items that are going to be coming in the winter update, more specifically some sets. A few days ago they did actually tease this really stunning set over here, and I didn't cover it in a video because again, all of my videos are pre-recorded. However, now I am just live recording everything. So this was the first set that was teased to us, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already know about it, but if you haven't, this is how she looks like. She has a new hat, new hair as well, I believe the makeup too, which girl, I am not a fan of. Sorry, I don't like it. And we do have some thicker socks as well, which is really cool because we only have those like thin paper thin socks, so I'm thriving for that. Now a few minutes ago, literally like 5 minutes ago, they teased actually 2 new sets that are going to be coming in the winter update, and there is some really exciting accessories that were actually teased in this teaser too, which I'm going to be covering in a second. However, right off the bat you can see 2 really stunning girls. I believe the makeup is new. Y'all, we have so much makeup in the game that I cannot figure out what makeup is new and what isn't. Like all the eyebrows, girl, they're the same. Like what the hell? Now the girl on the left, she has some new hair, I believe. The braids look a little bit thinner than the current hair that we have that's really similar to this. There is new jewelry as well, which y'all, I have no clue how to feel about this jewelry, like the 4 strands of just, I don't know what that is, silver? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Then we have this really stunning corset, and I believe the corset is separate to the skirt. Maybe it's like a dress, I cannot really tell. I don't know, maybe it's gonna come in 2 separate toggles. And then on the right we have another really stunning girl, and I believe she's wearing the exact same set as the girl on the left because the corset looks identical. However, there is some different accessories. Like there is this really lengthy and really big bow skirt, which I've never seen an item like that before in my life, so this is really unique. And then obviously there's some fur around her, so this makes me believe that potentially this is just like a second toggle or something to the original dress that we have on the left. I do want to stress that this is obviously just a theory and a prediction. I have no clue. Now they are wearing, I believe it is like some socks or something. I'm not quite sure. They're so different, so unique unique too. I've once again never seen an item like that before in my life. So it looks like they're just really thin socks, and then they're kind of like ripped, and then like the string from it is just wrapped around the knee. Y'all, I have no clue. Like, I'm really confused. And then obviously we have new shoes, which kind of remind me of these boots over here that we have inside of Dress to Impress, but I really like these new boots with a little bow as well. Now, I wanted to stress something because in my last video, I have mentioned briefly, I think if I remember correctly, that a lot of people were complaining that they wanted this candy cane accessory instead of having the gingerbread costume added. And y'all, it seems like they might be adding a candy cane accessory because the girl on the left has a candy cane. Like, she's just holding onto it. Now, I want to make it very, very clear that obviously this is just a teaser video. It is made, I believe, in like Blender, which is a 3D modeling software. So a lot of the things that you're seeing in here, like the angles, the lighting and everything like that, like the VFX around the actual candy cane, I believe that that is just edited in for the sake of the promo video. I don't really know, like I cannot really confirm whether or not the actual candy cane is going to be added to the game and if it's going to glow like that. I mean, the amount of detail that they put into the candy cane and the animation with the candy cane just makes me think that maybe we are going to be getting it in the game. On top of that, with the new community manager, she has been stressing so many times how open she is to hearing the community and just basically trying to implement as many changes that we want into the game. And again, a lot of people have been complaining that the gingerbread costume won, but a lot of people just wanted the candy cane because they cannot really see what they would use the gingerbread costume for, which honestly makes a lot of sense. So maybe this is just like them listening to the community and implementing something that obviously the community really wanted. I'm not quite sure. I have no clue. Moving on to some posts from the community manager from Dress to Impress, we have this little screenshot over here of the new runway, and it looks so pretty, you guys. I am literally obsessed with the little lights on top and obviously the snow falling down, the cameras around as well. Like, honestly, there isn't a lot to comment on this. Like, girl, it's just a runway. Let's be real. Like, there's nothing so exciting about it, but it does look really, really pretty. So I'm really excited. Now, I'm pretty sure that this runway will only be present when we have new Christmas related themes. Besides that, I think they're going to be using like the older runway. I don't quite remember, but I don't think this runway is going to be present all the time because the game's going to alternate between winter related themes, which are obviously going to be new ones, and they're going to be alternating between older ones too, just to kind of not make everything Christmassy related. But it's really pretty. I really like it. Then they have teased this photo right here. I was debating on if I should include it in today's video because, y'all, it's just a Christmas tree with a star. Like, what is so exciting about this? I don't know if I'm just like boring or something, but y'all, I don't see anything exciting about this, so I don't know. Here's a star, here's a Christmas tree. Do what you want to do with that screenshot. So referring back to the set that I showed you guys at the beginning of this video of this girl with like this really pretty set, the new hat, the new hair. Now, I just want to say that I was on Reddit just kind of scrolling through, seeing what the community is thinking about this new set and just basically trying to see what you guys think about the new recent leaks. And I just want to stress that honestly, the community is quite satisfied so far with everything that the developers and the community manager has been doing, which is so refreshing to see because obviously there's been a lot of really bad things happening with Dress to Impress. Like, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but there's just been a lot of really unhappy people with the game. A lot of people have been boycotting or just quitting Dress to Impress as a whole. But with this new community manager and basically this new way of communicating with us and releasing so many sneak peeks, I feel like it's just bringing the community together. And with that said, I found this Reddit thread basically saying this outfit and the hat 8, I think it says. I can't really see, the screen is so tiny for me, but after reading some of the comments, y'all, again, just to kind of stress and just to highlight how the community is healing, we basically had a lot of people just complimenting the jacket, the face, the necklace, and there's obviously going to be some people that are just thinking that it's a little bit basic, which is fine. Like, they're not being negative, they're not like shaming the creator of this set. So for instance, we had someone say it's very basic. I only like the socks. I can easily recreate this whole outfit. I hope they do better this update because the last Halloween was a disappointment. And I think it's because with the winter Halloween update, a lot of the things were actually recycled from last year, which yeah, did kind of make it a little bit boring. However, I can see that they're not trying to recycle the winter update from last year. They're trying to bring in something completely new, which is so exciting. Someone else added, sometimes basic items are good. They can add just a little bit of personality to an outfit. I do agree that the Halloween update this year was lackluster though. Yeah, I can agree, but I think the Halloween makeup was D. Agree the makeup was the best. Honestly, this person couldn't get it more right. Like, I totally agree. Sometimes having a basic outfit, like, it gives us the ability to balance between all the highly detailed items and sets that we're going to be getting in the future and obviously the basic one. I feel like without the basic outfits like these, for example, no shade to whoever made this set, I feel like this gives us the chance and the ability to look at newer sets that are more detailed with a just more positive eye. So I think this kind of conversation right now happening on Reddit is so healthy. The final thing I wanted to cover in today's sneak peek video is actually some messages and replies that I found from the official Dress to Impress account, aka the community manager, and also some replies that I came across from Studio Zack, who is a developer, I think the main developer for Dress to Impress. With that said, over on TikTok, I actually came across a comment of someone asking if there's going to be an advent calendar this season. Dress to Impress replied with just some eyes. Now, to kind of add on to that, I did come across a different comment from someone different on TikTok, basically saying to please add a daily calendar, so like an advent calendar and not a body pass. Just to Impress like that little comment. So again, I just feel like we're gonna be getting an advent calendar, like a, as some people call, like a daily calendar, which for those that don't really know, or if you haven't played Dress to Impress last year, the basic principle of it was that you would basically have to log in to Dress to Impress every single day to unlock a window, and once you did, you got a new free item. The items were honestly pretty nice. They were a little bit basic, but I mean, like, what do you expect? Like, it's free, hello? Like, you just have to click on a button. Like, girl, be realistic. However, I feel like this year they have added so many new features to the game. For instance, the runway effects, we have new host packs that were added. We have runway packs as well, I think they're called, or like, I think they're walkway. Girl, I'm forgetting. Like, my brain is fried, okay? I'm trying to heal from this flu that I had. So I feel like for this year's daily calendar, like an advent calendar, we might be getting a mix of new items and maybe like some runway effects, pattern packs, maybe makeup packs as well. Like, that would be so exciting. So it's not all just new items. It's just gonna be like a mix of everything that they recently added. Referring back to this screenshot right here, because a lot of people were really confused where this was, and it was confirmed that this is the free play map. So there it is. Someone else asked in the official Dress to Impress Discord server, this is a very important question for new players regarding free seasonal clothing. Will they be available in the chest even though the play didn't join during that time? This feels very unfair for new players. It holds them back from experiencing a lot of free clothes just because they didn't play during that time. Zack, again the main developer for Dress to Impress, I believe, has replied with, no, we lock seasonal items to players who play the update as an achievement or act of exclusiveness. Another reason why we don't give every player update items is because it can become overwhelming with how fast we update. That's why we've started to bring back items from recent seasonal updates. In case any of you guys were wondering where I got the screenshot from, I really recommend watching my last video where I basically covered a lot of other messages from the developers where they have basically spoken about a lot of really important things that are going to be coming to Dress to Impress. So again, I highly recommend it. The final thing I wanted to add is someone actually was a little bit like sassy in the comments and said, girl, don't be lazy and give that rework to the monster heels. Dress to Impress, aka the community manager, replied with, hey, we're working on it, should come back to you for the winter update. In case you're a little bit confused what they're referring to, these monster heels, which are allegedly stolen from a smaller creator on Instagram, topic for a different video, they have reworked it because the original creator was upset with them for adding it into the game without, I assume, any like compensation or anything like that, without getting paid basically. So they changed it, but they have been bugged ever since. Like, they have this really odd, I don't know, streaks when you separate your legs. So that's been a bug for some time, but they're going to be fixing it in the winter update, which is again really exciting. So I feel like this winter update, there's going to be a lot of bug fixes, there's going to be a lot of new content, which is so exciting. And that's basically all, you guys. Obviously, if there is anything new that comes out, any new sneak peeks or teasers or just any secrets, I will be making a separate video just for you guys. Obviously, that's literally what I'm here for, just to kind of do some digging and diving into what is new and what is going to be coming so that you guys are informed about your favorite game. But besides that, let me know down below what you think about this new set that they have teased. Personally, I think it's pretty cute. I think the corset is definitely somewhat unique. It kind of reminds me of a heart, like at the chest. It's really cute. And also the socks. I don't know, girl. Let me know what you guys think. But I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Bye.